of Diablo, Oscar Diablo story. Anyway, so yeah, let me just cool down the vibes. Right, so I have a guest on the show right now. Let me flip over to this camera here. Make sure you can see me good and proper. Let me just check out the volumes and stuff. Okay, bro, can you hear me, man?
I can hear you, Roger. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Let me just turn up on my little device there to make sure I can hear you good and clear. Okay, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you, man. And yourself?
Me there, bro. Me there. Just in sunny Birmingham, mate. You know what I mean? Just getting some,
Listen. Yeah, the sun is, it's warm all over, man. It's good.
It's like, you feel like having a festival outside now, innit? and we all locked down and it's crazy. When you're doing events, bro, this is the weather you pray for.
That's it. It is mad that it's happening while lockdown is going on. It is crazy.
And it'd be wondering what the weather will be like. But either way, still, we praise God for life because, in this period there, the reality show is life has gone. You know what I mean? And it's sad that as much as there's a million conspiracies out there, but the reality show is that people have died of corona. A lot of people. Very sad.
Absolutely. It is sad worldwide.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But bro, we've been talking to many people in the industry, and I'm trying to hit things from different perspectives. Now, I spoke just before you came on. I spoke about A Step Fwd, about with the UK music charts that you have, Christian music charts, and the number of initiatives that you guys do at Step Fwd anyway. So if you want to check it out, guys, at Step Fwd, do check them out. And that's Step and it's Fwd. But just tell us, bro, obviously a few weeks ago we was talking and he had an event planned to do. And just give us a little picture. You got 10 minutes. Just explain what happened, because people need to hear testimonies of how you've turned a crisis situation into a solution. Because we was together literally 6 weeks ago, and it was like week before it really kicked off, and you was like, not too sure if we should do the event, and I was like, I got Montal Fish the next week. Oh yeah, it should hold off. I reckon it's gonna be another 3 weeks. We just guessing, bro. But all of a sudden, by the weekend, things changed. You know what I'm saying? Lockdown. That was it.
Everything changed, man.
But yeah, so
changed.
Just give us a part of that journey and just explain for what happened and what you're doing up to the place what you're doing up now, man.
Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, as you said, we had an event planned. We had the Worship Conference planned for the 15th of March. But as you have to do, you have to be responsive to world situations. And this was one that I don't think anybody really saw coming. So you had your priorities to keep people safe. Your priorities to look out for others, for individuals, for everyone.
Yeah.
So we had to cancel. It came right down to the wire because it was just before the government announced their lockdown situation, right? So this was the weekend before the actual official lockdown, or the weekend of the actual official lockdown.
Okay.
Or what could you do? I mean, you could risk it and go out. I know other people who put events on and they had a good turnout and it did well. But we just felt because we had individuals coming from all across the country to this conference, it would have just been a little bit more difficult to safeguard all the individuals that were coming there. So we just thought the safe thing to do was just to postpone, just cancel really until next year. And the same thing for this weekend coming, we would have been having the CIA. We had sold over 1,100 tickets for the event.
Yeah.
So it was interesting time, but people have been great. They've been gracious. I know of even the big first day out, which was meant to happen, or was meant to happen the end of the end of May as well. And, you had full events and you pray that not many people take refunds because otherwise you're going to bankrupt and stuff like that, because you've paid out for flights and hotels and stuff already. But as far as I know, even for that event, certainly for the poetry event, people have been gracious. They've been understanding that it's out of our control, it's out of our hands. We're all in the same boat. Nobody knows exactly what's happening. We're playing it by ear every week. every month to see what happens. So people have consideration.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I find, because usually people do kind of like a bit dubious when events cancelled and they really are a bit fussy. Yeah. But this period has been a weird period. Even when Mantelfish, there's no abusive messages back and nothing back. Everyone just understands. I think the news is giving us enough coverage to make people understand, which is amazing, But there was a depression that literally hit straight afterwards for the creative industry, and everyone's like, what do I do? When you're hearing stories of a year lockdown and 2 years lockdown, so what sort of responses have you done, from A Step Fwd? Because we've got a scene which we support, which potentially won't have the platform that they rely on. Because I mentioned before, like likes of A Step Fwd, A Star, SO, Triple O, go from there, have all invested and bought out amazing products. Even Faith Child, beginning of this year, and this is carnival season, this is festival season, this is where you get that, you know what I'm saying? You get that back. So, there's a major issue now, what I'm saying, for artists where some of their kickback for their investment has gone, literally. So like, what sort of things have A Step Fwd being part of, initiatives in the gospel scene to kind of like support that, bro?
Well, we know for one that even though it's a difficult time for a lot of artists, the good thing for a lot of people as well is that the streaming, all of that stuff is picking up, which means more payments down the line as well. So, people are hedging their bets and they're just pushing their products out just the same, because it just means that there's more streaming, there's more revenue to get down the line, because there's those pennies are counting up, if you will, right? Apart from that, I know that artists are being absolutely creative as well. I know that a number of people are still getting paid. Worship leaders are still getting paid to do sessions for multiple churches, because all of a sudden now you're not locked into a physical locality or physical location, right? Because you can now do a 20-minute set, and that can be sent to 5-6 different churches. Wow. Who are now happy to have guest worship leaders that they wouldn't get before, because again, you have a physical barrier there, if you will. So people are being ultra creative, and that's really good to see. There's some enterprising artists who are just making good use of this time. A lot of people would think that things would slow down, but from what we've seen, it's actually the opposite. This month in May, we recorded the most submissions we have ever had in 6 years. That's not what you'd expect in a lockdown situation.
Crazy.
There were 69 pieces of music that came out for May chart, which is almost 2 submissions, 2 new pieces of music every single day. Right? That is crazy. So what we're seeing is that there's a resilience, and there's artists are really digging deep. And the good thing is as well, as for every creative, for every artist, they're constantly recording, they're constantly laying stuff down.
Yeah.
So I think it's the producers that are under pressure, because everybody is sending those home recordings, those studio recordings that have been laying down and sitting down for years. That's for the producer to say, hey, I want this stuff to come out, so you need to tweak that up. You need to make me sound like I was in the studio today. So there's a creative buzz going on. Where people understand that, well, we're likely to be here for a little while. So it makes no sense to hide away from it. Let's get our home studio organized. Let's buy a decent mic. Things that they never think of doing before. Let's invest in some production software. Let me learn a little bit more of what goes on behind the scenes.
That's good.
So that when we come out, or as we are coming to the situation, or if it gets worse, I'm going to be better prepared. So there's a lot of steps that are being taken, and as I said, even in our website, the correspondence coming in, that's almost quadrupled. You would think that things would be slowing down and people would be kind of just chilling but they're creative and they just keep on creating, and that's what we're seeing at the moment, where everybody is just on a mad one, if you will, just drafting content. I think we're almost on content fatigue at the moment. But there's just so much going on. There's so many live broadcasts. There's so many releases coming out. But it's great to see, because people are experiencing a new format, a new way of putting stuff out, a new way of relating to their community, if you will, and a new way of testing their own creative talent out. So that's fantastic.